The issue of occupational safety and health in the workplace has been on the front burner of the labor officials for decades. The Department of Labor on a number of occasions has been urging employers to put the safety of their employees first. Here is Public Infrastructure Minister David Patterson speaking on the issue during the launch of a handbook on occupational safety and health on Thursday.
It is an overlooked area in Guyana. I mean, it is not an uncommon sight to see a welder doing work in slippers, and a carpenter working in Nikes and those things like that. We have not begun to tabulate the lost time, the lost cost that we would suffer due to workplace injuries and mishaps.
Minister with responsibility for labor Keith Scott pointed out that Guyana is one of the countries leading the way in terms of the loss of lives in the workplace.
So we are equally committed to ensuring that all workplace accidents are not only investigated, but through education prevented where possible.
Social Protection Minister Walter Lawrence stated that it is important that Guyana remains in sync with the relevant current practices and standards as it relates to workers' safety and rights.
Over the years, the workplace has witnessed many fatal occupational accidents, as outlined by Honorable Minister Keith Scott, many of which could have been avoided. I am convinced, had the necessary safety measures and guidelines been put in place, because Guyana can ill afford the loss of its precious human resource.
Chief Executive of the Demerara Harbour Bridge Company, Mr. Ralston Adams, spoke of some of the issues highlighted in the handbook.
One of the main issues identified in this book is the operations of plant and the safe operations of plant and equipment, wearing of your personal protective equipment. It talks about stepping in front of moving vehicles, and this is something we see regularly, and we're trying our best to address it all over the country, is workers taking a lift on moving vehicles that does not have passenger seat.
Remarks were also made by a representative of the International Labour Organization, ILO. This safety book was launched by the Demerara Harbour Bridge Incorporated. Royden James, HGP Nightly News.